That thing is juicy. Not that bad of a looking bike, if I say so myself. This thing is fast. This thing is smooth. The brakes are braking. I haven't really played in the gears, but you know what? I'll throw the GoPro on my chest and then we'll start running through the gears. Come on, wake up, wake up. 25 fucking shit. Holy, whoo. Where you at? Yo, we'll ride bikes here. I got to come up with a better intro. So a few weeks ago, I made a video where I bought a couple bikes from my buddy, 4 bikes, all vintage bikes. What'd we get? 2 GTs, a Surly, not a Shirley, and a Kona. And I brought y'all to my shop. We shot it vlog style. The video did very well, and I told y'all we would do it again. Well, today's the day we're gonna do it again. I think we're gonna make like a vlog series called Buy, Ride, Sell. Because that's what I really like to do. You know, I like to buy used bikes, I like to ride them, and I like to resell them. And if you can purchase them wisely, and if you can be wise about your upgrades, more than likely when you go to resell it, you can at least break even, you know? And after you've done it for a while, after you know how to source your parts, you can eventually start making a profit. So anyways, I've already had a busy day. It is after 3:13 p.m. I've been up since like 5 o'clock in the morning. At 6 a.m., I should have started recording then. I was working on my Bianchi. I call it my old, slow, fast bike. I'm trying to get it dialed in. My buddy Corey is talking me into riding races. And I don't know if that's the bike that I'm going to use, but that's the bike that I'm going to get started on. So I guess we're going to be seeing some road and gravel stuff in the future. And then back here, this Specialized box, I also sell a little bit of bike stuff on eBay. I'm trying to grow the store. Once I start getting more stuff listed, I'll give you all my link. But anyways, I had a guy from Austria hit me up and he went in my Voodoo Wenga frame. I didn't think it was going to be that expensive to ship, but it was over $1,000. So unfortunately, at least for right now, until I figure it out, I won't be selling internationally. And we're trying to get to the shop. I know I'm talking a lot. We're about to leave this sketchy parking lot. But I was on Facebook Marketplace last night and I just picked up some grips. Some sick, like burgundy. These are S&M. 10 bucks. I'm sure I can use those somewhere. And now we got to drive to Hubert, which is about 30 minutes away. And I'm going to pick up a dirt jumper. Yeah, so let's go. While I'm driving in a straight line for the next 30 minutes, you're gonna get there quicker, I promise. But I'll just let you know my goal for this video. So yeah, we're gonna pick up the P1. Oops, the surprise is out. It's an old Specialized P1 dirt jumper. We'll talk more about that when we see it. They just messaged me right now. And then I want to get back to the shop, we're gonna work on the GT. And for you local guys, we're gonna go to what's called the Jacksonville Commons Loop. Not the Jacksonville Mountain Bike Trail, but this is a loop that goes around the neighborhood, and it's like 2.5 to 3 miles. So if you're a local dude, I'm unlocking a new riding spot. But yeah, if you can real quick, hit the subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. You know, we blew through 100 subscribers. Let's blow through 1,000. I'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers by the new year. Fingers crossed. That's the goal right now. And of course, if you like the video, which I'm sure you will, hit the thumbs up button and drop a comment. Drop a comment. Are you local? Oh, better yet, let me know where you're watching this video from. So, I lied. I was only on that road for about 15 minutes. So anyways, I'm going to pull over and message this guy real quick, and we're going to go pick up the dirt jumper. So here it is, the Specialized P1. It's an oldie. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. I think it's around 2003. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm having a little bit of buyer's remorse. I think I overpaid. That kickstand doesn't even work. I gave the kid, and it was a kid, he was probably like 17 or 18. I gave him $100. Honestly, I probably should have paid more, maybe $50, $70 max. But at the end of the day, you know, I made the kid happy. And just these wheels and tires are probably worth $80. But anyways, it's in decent shape. I can tell it wasn't left outside in the rain. The seat post isn't seized. Hubs, bottom bracket, everything checks out. Except the fork. Except the fork. This fork is like 20 years old. So I knew it wasn't going to be in great condition. And talk about squishy. Let's see if you can hear this. That thing is juicy. So we're going to have to, oh yeah. And also, as soon as I got here, the back wheel, the brake was locked up. So having some brake issues. I knew we were going to have some fork issues. Hopefully it's a cheap rebuild, or I can find one that's already been rebuilt. So anyways, that's the P1 dirt jumper. I wasn't out there, you know, looking for a dirt jumper, to be honest with you. I've been looking for a BMX, like a big BMX bike, a 24-inch or a 26-inch. And then I saw this, and I was like, man, that's really everything that I want. Because I want to hit the dirt jumps, and I want to hit the skate parks, and I want to hit the pump tracks. So I think this is going to be perfect. Unfortunately, I can't grind with this. You know, that's something I want to do as well, is get some grinds in. But that's why we buy, we ride, and we sell. So enough of the P1. We'll see you another day. Yeah. That's what we're here for. So here it is. This is what you came to see. The vintage GT. Class, I might need your help with this. KARAKORAM? The GT KARAKORAM? Yeah, I think that's it. So, I bought this a few weeks ago from my buddy. Actually, I bought 4 bikes. Another GT. This is a Takesta or Takesta, I'm not sure. A Kona Fire Mountain and a Surly, not Shirley, steamroller. And hit the bell because I'm gonna make videos on all of these as well as everything else in here. Now, the funny story with this bike is it actually used to be mine. This originally was my frame and I wanted to build it up, but I never did. So I sold it to my friend right here. He built it up, and then a few months later, I bought it back. So let's check out what he did. Probably the most major upgrade is right here in the drivetrain. We've got a 1x7 SRAM setup right there. And this is something all the young kids are doing these days. It gives it a cleaner look, but also if you're really hitting the trails or hitting jumps and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about your front derailleur and your chain popping off and running into any problems like that. Me personally, I'm not gonna be taking this off too many jumps. I'm just gonna be cruising around, and I like having my front derailleur. I like the extra gears, but I do like this setup too. I think this would go good with some drop bars. The only thing that I don't like when people do the 1x setups is they leave these little nubs. I'll show you right here. They leave these little cable nubs, and to me, it just looks stupid. It's sitting there for no reason. So I would have grinded this off and then just hit it with some touch-up paint. But, you know, very minute detail. Let me know what you think. And this is actually sort of funny. It was probably the first time he's ever put these grips on. But we have these, and I can't pronounce this either. Virginia Public School System, I'm sorry. Auri, is that how you pronounce it? These are motocross grips, but he put them on backwards. So we might keep these on here. If we do, I'm definitely gonna take them off and try and turn them the other way. And here we have the saddle, and this is a beautiful one. It's a Brooks C17. in a color that you don't see very often. It's like a gray color. It goes perfect with the bike. And while I'm enjoying and riding the bike, I'm definitely going to keep this on there. But my friend Mike Vito, he's in Portugal right now. I know he would love to have this seat. I know of two builds in particular that this seat would go perfect with. So while I'm going to ride it, I am going to use it. When I sell this bike, I'm going to take this seat off, give it to Mike Vito, and we're going to just put the old GT seat right back on. Ooh, that actually looks pretty good. And besides some fresh rubber on the front and back, and these ones are actually pretty cool with the gray and black. It's the first time I've ever seen that. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And that's really all you have to do to a bike. Throw on some wheels, a new seat, grips, pedals, bada bing, bada boom. Now let's do a montage. Needless to say, The GT is pretty much mint. The only two changes that I'm gonna make, besides changing the seat out in the future, I'm gonna go ahead and swap off those grips, and I'm gonna put on these 50/50 grips that I had on my stump jumper, as well as the pedals to match that were on my brand new stump jumper. So I think these are gonna look good. They're the colors should match. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, gray on gray, baby. I know the pedals are gonna go on easy, but as far as the grips, I think, I don't wanna cut them, I wanna reuse them. So I'm gonna have to hook up the air compressor. So I'm gonna get that plugged in, and while that's running, we'll pop these new pedals on. All right, so the air didn't work. This sucks, and it's the last thing that I want to do, but we're gonna have to cut them. So it is what it is. Sorry, bro. Oh, we got that one off a little bit, but c'est la vie. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. I'm thinking maybe I didn't have enough air pressure built up. Remember, always cut away from you. I hate doing this because it also scratches up the bar. Oh, that sucks. Oh man, that sucks. And the only reason I did it was because the letters were upside down, and that really, how do I close this? Really wasn't even that big of a deal. And there you have it. Not that bad of a looking bike, if I say so myself. We didn't have much to do, just swapped out the grips. Unfortunately, I did cut off the last grips. I probably didn't have to, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time taking them off. Other than that, we swapped out the pedals, and I think those ones do look better. So yeah, the gray on gray on gray is graying for sure, and I'm digging it. What do y'all think? How does that look? So the only thing we have left to do right now is put some miles on the bike, make sure everything is dialed in. I want to make sure the shifter is a shifting. I want to make sure the brakes are a braking. And then we're going to take some cool pictures and list it online for sale. And from now, in between when it sells, I'm going to enjoy and ride this bike. Now, if you're interested in buying it, for one, I know what I got here. I'm not going to sell this cheap. I'm going to be asking $400, and we're just going to go from there. Now, remember, the seat is not included. I'm going to put the original GT seat back on. So I'm going to list it locally on Facebook in Jacksonville, North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina area. You can also hit me up on Instagram if you're interested. So that's pretty much all we can do here. Let's load it up and head to the park. And we finally made it to the park. It was just the next scene for you, but it's actually 4 days later. Started feeling a little ill. and I was down for a couple of days. So first day back, and what a beautiful day to be back. I think the high is like 79 today. Oh, it's gonna be a great week actually. Oh yeah, for my local guys, this is the Jacksonville Commons, the Richard Ray All-American Park, aka the Jacksonville Commons in Jacksonville, North Carolina. You probably recognize it from some other videos because this is where the Jacksonville Commons mountain bike trail is, just over there. It used to be all of this, but they tore like half of it down. And just out in front of it is a loop called the Jacksonville Commons Loop. I believe it's 2 miles all the way around. Well, that's the rec center, but yeah, it goes all the way around. You can go either direction, and you can squeeze in an extra mile if you take this little side chute that goes to Highway 17. The video really isn't about the loop, but we're gonna be riding this a lot just to get in more miles. So hit the bell so you don't miss the rides on the Jacksonville Loop. All right, so we're about to hop on the bike. Let's go around. This shot is just amazing. So we're about to hop on the bike, get in some miles, and get it dialed in. And when I say dialed in, I just want to make sure everything works, okay? I spent a little time off camera making sure everything was tightened. And when I first got here, I already found out, I already found a few things that were wrong. For one, these little caps on the end of the pedals, they were loose. So, you know, those easily fall off. So I tightened those up. Then I went to put in my water bottle, and I realized we don't have a bottle cage. So hopefully I don't die of dehydration. Other than that, as of right now, the seat was loose. So we tightened that up. So yeah, nothing left to do but hop on this thing and ride. So cute. What is that, a cactus with a heart? Plecograph? Cute. This is me. Good hustle. Let's go. All right, so I've been screwing around, taking B-roll, trying to ride wheelies. Let me give you a little feedback on the bike, and there's nothing to report. This thing is fast. This thing is smooth. The brakes are braking. I haven't really played in the gears, but you know what? I'll throw the GoPro on my chest, and then we'll start running through the gears. All right. We're about to start ripping now. Oh, I hope everything shifts smoothly. That way I don't have to do anything. So, where are we going? Ooh. Are we all the way in? There we, ooh. We are all the way in. Holy smokes, I forget I'm wearing a helmet. Thought my hat was about to fly off. Oh, we are moving, boys. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh man, you see that? 55 miles per hour. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tell me that ain't a shot, guys. Holy smokes. Whew, boys, if that ain't a thumbnail, I don't know what is. Let's finish up this ride. Butter. Butter, baby. Ooh. Ah, wrong gear. What are you hissing at me for, bro? Oh. Cool. The seat is loose. I can feel it. I felt it adjusting while I was riding. So, damn, that sucks. Hopefully nothing falls out because I don't have any tools. Dang it. But look, that's why we go for a ride and we get it dialed in, because I don't want to sell this and then someone call me with problems. It passes the no hand test. The shifting feels a little soft. It feels like it skips a gear here and there, and I can just tell when I push the shifter, it's just a little too soft. Now, my friend builds bikes, but he's not really a rider. This is probably the first time this bike has ever been ridden. So I imagine, I think maybe the cable's stretched a little bit, maybe the bolts came loose. Hopefully all I have to do is maybe a couple barrel turns, or at most just tighten up the cable. But yeah, it's getting dark. The seat's getting uncomfortable. Let's get home. All right, we're in the hardest gear. Let's see if we can break, I don't know, 21 miles per hour. And this is an ultimate test of the gears right here. I hope no cars come from behind me. It's hard to be aerodynamic and film for y'all at the same time. Come on, baby. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. 25 fucking shit. Holy. Woo. We didn't skip any gears there, boy. Holy shit. Wow. Was it as good for you as it was for me? Eesh. Piece of cake, boys. We have our one of two hills in Jacksonville. It's also a park for kids. All right. Nice. So this bike has handled pretty much everything I've thrown at it. A little bit of trail work, some road work. What else? Top speed. Oh yeah, not bad. It's always fun going down. All right, so that's pretty much gonna do it for this video and the GT KARAKORAM. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, drop a comment down below. Until the next ride, bye.